We're back at the Lunchbox.
Yes.
And our guest today is Neil Edwards.
All right.
Saxophonist extraordinaire. Neil, welcome to the Lunchbox.
Welcome, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Okay, I want to dive right into this. I call you saxophonist extraordinaire because I've known you for a long time. And extraordinaire to me means you're more than just a saxophone player. I know you play multiple saxophones.
Yes.
Okay, and when I say I've known you for a long time, tell our audience how long I've known you.
You really want me to count?
Yeah, I want you to go back.
All
Please.
those years.
All those years.
Yeah.
Telling your age now.
I don't mind telling my age.
Do that.
Tell our audience how
If
long
he
I've
doesn't
known
mind, I don't mind.
you. I don't mind.
All right. Well, let's see. I met you. What was it? 8th or 7th grade? I think
It was 8th grade.
8th grade.
8th grade.
In Uniondale, Turtle Hook Junior High School.
Turtle Hook Junior High School. Yeah, Long Island has a great history of musicians and talent. So yeah, Uniondale. Go ahead.
There you go.
All right.
And in band.
In band, yes.
Okay.
You were playing trumpet.
I was playing trumpet.
And I was playing saxophone.
And you were playing saxophone.
Okay.
And then.
And you're still playing saxophone.
And I'm still playing saxophone. I think he still has a trumpet though.
I still have a
There
trumpet.
you
Thanks
go.
to my girlfriend, I still have a
Okay,
trumpet.
okay,
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Correct.
So
You need to bring that down one of these days, then, man.
Okay. We'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
yeah. So So we were doing our thing in the band, and
Soul City Connection.
that was the band that came from the band. We met in the school band.
Correct.
Okay.
And there was another friend of ours who was playing, what was he playing? Clarinet or keyboards? He was playing
Keyboards.
at the time.
Correct.
So the three of us got together and we put our little thing together called Soul City Connection.
Correct.
Okay.
Back then we were doing all the hits from the 70s, BT Express, Brass Construction, Crown Heights Affair, all that stuff.
You know, that's funny because you mentioned BT Express.
Yeah, right?
It's real funny because you played with BT Express.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
Now,
Years later.
years later,
he
ended up playing with BT
I still work
Express.
with them now whenever they have
Yeah.
work,
Okay.
And didn't you also play with Cooligan or?
No, not
Okay,
Cool Gang.
just BT
Yeah,
Express.
BT Express.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your history playing saxophone.
Oh, wow. See, I started saxophone, I guess, elementary school.
Okay.
And, I actually started on violin. And, they have the upperclassmen get to play all the woodwind instruments. So I
Right.
said, we went to a concert that they have every year. And I heard that saxophone. I said, that's what I want to play. So I threw away the violin, grabbed the saxophone. The next year, I never looked back.
I hear you. Ain't no wrong with that.
Been playing it ever since.
So that's how many years?
Wow. About 45 years now.
Okay. How many saxophones? Well, how many different types of saxophones are there?
There are 5,
Okay. And how many do you play?
3. Actually, I played 4 of them.
Well,
Yeah.
well, no, I'm asking. I mean, the world wants to know. Our audience wants to know.
I don't play bari sax anymore. But I
Okay.
played when I was in school bands. I used to march with the bari sax. But that's a little bit heavy, so
Right.
Okay.
I plan on getting one because I have some things in mind I want to do with that. So
Okay.
that's coming down the road.
Do you teach?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you play jazz?
I
You
play jazz. I play funk. I play top 40. I play classical. Whatever's out
Let
there.
me ask you, do you work by yourself or? You have-
Well, I work by myself and I work with bands.
Bands.
I do club dates, weddings, and things like that. Corporate parties also.
So do you write?
Yes, I do. I wrote pretty much every song in the CD.
The CD is, I believe, this CD is incredible.
Thank you.
You gave me a copy of the CD. The CD came out in, I believe, 2014.
Yes,
How many
Yeah.
tracks on the CD?
it's 10.
10?
Yeah, the CD is incredible.
All right.
I'm a DJ, and when he gave me a copy of the CD, I put it in my rotation, and I started using it in the beginning of my parties when I would play jazz.
Yeah.
I entered into my rotation playing, jazz in the beginning of my parties, and people ask me, "Who is that? Where did you get that? Where could you get that?" And Neil did all the arranging, and he recorded this in his own studio. And I would tell them where they could get it because he has his own website and stuff where they could download this and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And I put it into my rotation and would play it because it's original. It's different from what's out there.
Right.
Not only is he my friend, but he does incredible work. And so I wanted to have him on the show to expose him to America, so America could hear him.
I
And
appreciate that.
and well, if you know you do good music, I feel you should be exposed to the world. That's what I feel. You know, that's what I believe. So that's why I'm having you on the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have questions for my friend?
Well, you know, that's pretty much like independent stuff, right? You don't have like distribution or anything like that.
Well, it's being distributed for me through
Okay.
CD Baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Okay.
extremely good for the independent artists. You get your stuff. It's worldwide. I have sales.
Worldwide. I was just about to ask that. Really?
Worldwide, yeah. I was surprised myself. There's some places I never even heard of before this thing is selling.
So how's it doing?
It's doing great.
Really?
It's doing great. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you working on your next
Yes,
project?
I am. That's in the works right now.
Wow.
Okay. Are you doing any tours or anything like that, or do you?
Right now, I haven't been touring. No, I've just been writing and trying to accumulate my my repertoire.
Okay.
But the tour's coming up.
Okay.
The tour is coming.
I heard that tour's coming soon.
Tour's coming soon.
The tour is coming soon. So, yeah, I want to hear you when you come out to play. I'm looking forward to hearing. In fact, Neil is going to give us a little bit of a live performance. So we have that coming up for you. Neil Ledward's live here on the Lunchbox in 1 minute. Stay tuned.
Long Island Web TV.
And we're back. Neil,
And
that was a fantastic performance,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
That was really, really good.
And a clap for that one.
Showstopper.
Yeah.
I got some questions for you. Again,
Okay.
since we're back.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know who inspired you when we were growing up. And you know, the reason I'm asking this because I know Earth, Wind, and Fire inspired you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
One of the many.
I remember we were both into. I was into trumpets. You were into saxophones, and I remember one time. And I know you're gonna remember this one. I got tickets for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we went to the concerts, and we went to the horn section. Who inspired you other than Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Other than Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Well, my R&B inspirations.
Go ahead.
Brass
I
Construction.
knew you were gonna say that.
BT Express.
Go ahead.
Confunction.
Go ahead.
Tower of Power.
Give it to him.
Crown Heights Affair.
Give it to him.
All those groups from back there. Sly and the Family Stone.
Give it to him.
Getting into the soul.
Give it to him.
You know I gotta say this. James Brown.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say
That's
that.
Godfather of Soul.
I knew you were gonna say
Yeah.
that.
So-
Ram Central
So let me ask
Station.
you a question. If you had a chance to be on stage with somebody or a musician, whoever, who would that person be? Excuse me.
Wow.
Who would that person be?
There's so many. There's so many out there. Right now, my greatest inspiration right now is Joe Albright.
Okay.
See, that's an interesting question that you say right now. Do you the music the music industry now? It's interesting that you said you've been in the business. You know, you've been playing for 45 years, and you're still doing music now. Technology has changed the way
Right.
that music is made now. Now you can do an album yourself in your home. It wasn't that way back in the days.
That's true.
So do you see yourself still being relevant and doing music, but you see that the music business has changed.
Yes.
Even working with different artists now. Do you think your music can be relevant? Do you think you can make like a pop song now, or
Oh, definitely.
you do?
Definitely, yes.
And
That's
do you
the
see
great thing.
do you see a place for your music other than jazz?
Yes. Well, when I write a song, I take that all in consideration. I have a lot more songs than these 10 that are on this CD.
Okay.
But when I'm making the choice of what's going to be on the album, I think what is airplayable.
So do you listen to popular music now?
I listen to popular music.
You
too.
listen to all music
Yes,
now?
I do. Yes, always.
Right.
Okay. No, I'm just asking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
as a DJ, I download. I'm in something called franchise music. Okay. And in franchise music, every week I'm downloading 160, 170 songs of every different genre, and I have to do that to stay relevant because I'm working every week. Now, I might not like all the music I'm downloading, but every week to stay relevant, I have to download this music and be able to play it to stay relevant.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand 100%. I do the same thing
Okay.
in my own right.
Yeah,
See,
that's why I'm asking
because
you.
although my inspiration and what I get most pleasure out of is playing contemporary jazz,
Okay.
I try to infuse other types of music in there.
Do you see the difference between the jazz of now and the jazz you used to play?
Very, very much different.
Do you think-
Today it's much more pop oriented?
You do. It's
Yes,
more. Do you
yes.
think it's thinner than the way it used to be? Do you think that the jazz that you used to, the jazz of yesterday, was more full?
It was, how can I say this? It was more intense. In other words, it was more jazz based than pop based.
Right.
So now
See,
it's
now,
more
now
pop
it's more
based.
right now. What you're hearing in jazz, although there's a lot of jazz you don't get to hear on these radio stations because there's not too many jazz stations unless you're on the internet.
Okay.
All right, but
Which is not a bad thing.
no, it's not a bad
Okay.
thing. Well, it would be nice if you can hear it on regular radio also.
Right.
You know what? The internet offers people much more options.
That's great.
Right.
Okay,
That's great.
so-
That's great.
so-
But everybody, you can't assume that everybody has the access to the internet. So it's limited.
More and more
as to
people
what
are
you-
getting
Right,
options
right.
to the
It's
internet.
a new
so
medium.
it's a new medium,
yeah.
and more people
Yeah,
are getting
yeah.
options to it and moving away from traditional radio.
Exactly.
Because people are younger,
But that's
and
a good,
people are
but
opening.
that is a good thing.
Or
though.
people are opening up. The younger people go to the internet before they go to
Right.
traditional radio.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay, so younger people are being born. They're picking up the internet before they're picking up a
Right.
traditional radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
just where they're going.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, the internet
oh,
is
yeah.
all
over,
Okay.
yeah.
And
So-
I think that's a plus.
That is a
because-
plus. That's
because
just the way it's
made-
going, so you have to accept that.
Right, because New York doesn't have any jazz stations.
I understand that.
So the fact that you can now get it on the internet is a plus because you can, and you have a lot more versatility in the internet too because they'll play all sort of things. They're not
Correct.
They're
Yeah,
not
that's my
relegated
point.
to what commercials they have.
Correct,
Right.
correct.
And the
'Cause
sponsors.
yeah, the FCC or whatever
Exactly.
is not telling them what they
Exactly.
can and can't do.
Exactly.
Exactly. So that gives you much more options.
Right.
And that's what I do like about the
Yeah.
internet.
Oh yeah. Oh, I never
You
said
know,
I didn't like
it's
it.
like the Wild Wild
Never
West,
said I
though.
didn't
You
like
know?
it. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like
Once you open that door, you can get any.
you can't close it now that it's open. You're right. You can't close it.
That's it.
So you told me you played with
BT Express.
BT Express.
Right.
Who have you been on stage with?
Wow,
Star-wise, or-
I opened up for Art Porter
Okay.
and the late Art Porter, and also for Alex Quignon.
Okay.
Yes.
So have you played festivals or
Yes, I've done some festivals.
all across the country? Have you
Yes.
been out of the country?
Yes, I have.
And played? So,
Yes, I
see?
played at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland.
Okay.
See, people, this is a man from Uniondale that I grew up with in Uniondale
Oh,
that's
in
traveled the
Switzerland.
world
Uh-huh.
playing the saxophone.
It's a good thing.
So my point is, you can grow up on Long Island, you can pick up an instrument, and you can travel the world. So your dreams can be bigger, as big as you want them to be. So don't settle for McDonald's.
Let me ask you
Or
something. So,
don't settle for.
what do you think about today's
Don't
music?
settle.
Today's music?
Right.
Today's music is kind of, I guess, surface. That's the way I can best explain it. It's not as deep as it used to be, intricate as it used to be.
I agree.
Very topical, But the good thing is that I think there's a lot of room for growth with that because you can still keep it so for the average listener, but you can build on that and put little things in the background that make it more interesting and more inspiring for the artist.
Right.
There's a lot of room for growth. People, you know what? Today's generation wants everything now.
Hurry.
Mm-hmm.
They get something and they're happy with that, and they don't wish to expand on it and put more into it. They're just happy with what they have,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. They need to dig deeper and they need to put more on it and grow instead of just being happy with whatever they have there. And that's the problem as
A
far
little
as I'm
more
concerned.
substance.
A little more substance. To me, a lot more
Yeah,
substance.
yeah.
They need more substance. He's right. Neil,
Yeah.
this has been a fantastic interview. I think jazz is a fantastic medium. I'm glad you agreed to come on the show. Your music is fantastic.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you, like I said, I'm just glad you came here to play to an audience, and I want people to go out and get this album. Where can they get this album?
Well, you can get it off of cdbaby.com.
Okay.
Like I said, they're distributing for me. You can also get it on my website at neildownproductions.wix.com/Neil Edwards.
Okay.
You can buy it directly from me that way.
Okay, and you can contact us at the Lunchbox, and we can also direct you on how to get it. It's been a pleasure having you
No doubt.
on this episode.
Appreciate
We
it.
look forward to your good success this year, and we look forward to hearing your next album.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll see you next time on the Lunchbox. Ladies and gentlemen, have a
All
good
right.
one.
Long
Peace.
Island, we out.
We're out.